I text the person, I said, where can you that from? And I mean, it's in my phone one of these days. Some of you might not have seen it. But it's really funny. And he's not going to do much today because of time. But I certainly will ask him to greet us. And I might want to do something else. I'm not sure what it is. But you listen to radio, you watch television, and you see actors like himself. And there's a different kind of feeling. Now that you see the man live and in living color. And you wonder how he does all the things he does. How he remembers the script and all this kind of stuff. And I tell you, he's no idiot. It does not take an idiot to do what he does. A smart guy, intelligent guy. I couldn't do half of what he did. But certainly before long we will invite him back here where he'll have all the opportunity to give us all the jokes. He has all kind of jokes, but he also has Christian jokes. He has jokes for churches. I don't know if it's him with the sheep and he may not bring him 2 goats. I know. Pastor sent him to sheep. I heard another one where Pastor was preaching and tell the congregation they must claim what they want. After church, he went outside and stood in front of the pastor's vehicle and said, claiming this. He's smart. But it's good to have you. And I'm going to invite you now to come. Oh, there's another thing. I must say this. Of all the things he has done so far, there's something he did, I don't know how long ago, that I need to respect him for. Great respect. It has to do with your sister. It was sent to me, and until now I have not looked at it in totality. Because you were crying, but my eyes was, as a matter of fact, my mother died about 3 or so weeks ago. My eyes were filled, but no button ever run. And when I saw you told us about your sister, my eyes, I cried. Enough respect. Keep doing it. Not a lot of people would do what you did based on the situation. Some people say, boy, I don't know her. But you hugged and you loved her and you provided for her. God bless you. I invite you to come. Bless the Lord, everybody. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, and yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. Oh, that I am and never hope to be. I belong to you, to God be the glory, to God be the glory, to God be the glory for the things my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And should I gain any praise, then let it go to Calvary, to God be the glory, to God be the glory, to God be the glory for the things He has done. Let's do it, everybody. It is so welcome to be in this house, giving God praise for His many blessings. And thank you for inviting me, my daughter. Didn't by chance, she saw me on Facebook and asked me to come and share with you guys. Didn't even know that your pastor was watching at the same time. And let me tell you, comedy is not an easy thing to do. It is all right for a preacher to read the Bible and preach to you guys and then listen to him Sunday after Sunday. And it's hard for a comedian to stand up in front of church congregation, because a lot of times people say laughter is no space or no business in church. I want to tell everybody watching that you are wrong. You can stay there, don't laugh. I'm going to laugh my way to heaven. Meanwhile, you're sitting right here looking at me, wrinkle up your face because you don't want to laugh. I want to know what type of God we are serving if we don't have humor in the church. If every time you come to the church, you are just wrinkle up with everybody sitting beside you, I don't think you should be even in church. If you come and complain for the one dress that sister is wearing every single Sunday and you have so much dress in your closet, give her one and stop the complaining. Laughter have business anywhere, and I understand that pastor said, it's not going to be long because, I wanted to come back. I wanted to come. When I come, sometime, and as comedian and as Christian, we have to speak the truth. Sometimes when we invited to church, we expect to go and see a big church with all 400 or 500 persons. Yes. But when you come and you see a small church with about 50 people, what would you do as a preacher? What would you do as a singer? Would you come in, would you sit and enjoy yourself in the service? Or would you say, it's a little bit of people, I don't think I'm welcome here. But let me tell you, the Bible says we're 1, 2, or 3 are gathered. It is not the amount of people that is in a church make the church is right, or make the church is a good church. You understand what I'm saying? I like churches like this where a small amount of people, and when you go on the pastor greet you, because before the pastor greet you, you have to go to about 4 persons before you reach to him. You can shook his hand because you have to get an appointment. But I want to tell everybody something. If you got to get an appointment from God to ask him, God, can I pray to you this morning? And you got to go to a 6 person, I don't think God will ever answer your prayer. Your prayer will be on delay. But you can go to God and say, God, I come to you. Amen. You don't have to join a line or ask permission. You can speak to him. People, let me tell you, laughter is good. And let me tell you, Pastor, my sister's story touched everybody around the world. You see, I have a sister that mental problem, and she's living on the street because she don't want to keep going home. She want to always because she's trying to be independent. And every time I go to Montego Bay and I see my sister, I don't care what kind of clothes I'm in, she just jump and hug me. I don't care how dirty she is, and I never brush her off. I never say, I don't know you. I hug her, I embrace her, because I remember one time she wasn't always like that. And I tell everybody, if you see your loved one, I don't care how she look or how he look, stop for a minute. Because we don't know when it's our time. It's just by the grace of God while we are not walking on the street and eating out of garbage. When the winds of life get upon us, sometimes we almost lose our mind.
There's a song saying, I almost let go. I was at the brink of my edge where I almost break through. People, it is good. And I want you to invite me back. You know, my church is always in St. and I never ask my pastor permission. And I have to call it because let me tell you, protocol, church people in the church, if you go in somewhere at the other church, see him right there, call him, ask him. Hello, nobody answered me. Ask him. I know he's not God, but let me tell you why. He is your pastor. He is your leader. But call him on the phone and respect and say, Pastor, you know, somebody invited me to a church. I am going. Just pray my strength. You know why? Because you don't know where you're going. You don't know what house you might buck up into. You don't know how much devil is in the house where you're going. And let me tell you, sometimes you go to some church and people of God, you make people touch you too much. Everywhere you go, you make one pastor touch you. You don't know where the pastor come from. You don't know nothing about the pastor. And as he touch you, no drop a ground. But when the pastor touch you, no drop on the ground. I do believe that sometimes in churches they are feeble. They like people touch them. And no matter what your pastor prophesied in your life, you never listen to him one bit. But as soon as you go to other church and they give you the same prophecy that your pastor been prophesied to you for the longest, and then you have the nerves to come back and say, Pastor, you know, say Sister Jane prophesied to me. But me I tell you that long time and you never listen to me. It is a sense of not respecting your own pastor, but you always go inside respect whatever anybody else tell you, and you want to bring it in your church. Then if you don't want to respect your church, then go to that church then. Amen. I'm just saying, I don't know nothing about nobody in this church. I am not a prophet. I am just telling you the thus said God. Amen. Respect your leader. It is so ironic that your pastor, you could go to him to pray for a job. You could go to him to pray for your marriage. You could go to him to pray for your kids. Yes. But you will never come to Bible study. You will never come to a parish service. Oh God. I beg. I just recently get married. I mean, get engaged. I don't get married yet. I've been married from 1990. From 1998 in the States. My wife died in 2004. And I've been waiting a date, woman there and there, but I waited, and I find me a wonderful woman. And we got engaged, so we're going to get married soon for this year. But one thing I realized that, and I always want to say this in church, not even know that today was a mandate. A lot of women is in church, married, but your husband is not in church. And let me tell you, I want to stick with my wife because guess what? You say when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And I want to make sure, you know, everything, we are one. Amen. The man and the woman is one. But what's going to happen when judgment day come and the wife is in heaven and the husband is going to hell? You're going to say, but Jesus ain't to say we are one. Not in this case. Not in this case. It is so nice to a husband and a wife. And I can guess that the couple right here, right? Yes. Oh, hang on in there. I know we're traveling a long way. We're going to hold on a long time. And when God come and the two to go up in heaven, not one go to heaven and one go to hell. Work together. Yes. They say all husband and wife stand up. It's just few husband and wife is in church. Mm-hmm. And the husband is at home. Yes. I don't care what you do, man. Trust me, man. It is a shift. It is a shift. Pastor, I would like to be invited back. Put on some concert. We don't want to raise some money. Tell the people to me I come. But I do believe that this is going to be a small run for me. So you got to get somewhere much bigger where people can come. Because people, I can show down in church. I can make you laugh. The time is not today because the preacher is coming up. But I can make you laugh. Christian people must learn to smile. Why do you think some of you in the church are holding a wrinkle up because we not laugh? Be a wrinkle, I'm going to look your drop. And nobody not laugh like they used to laugh. I can imagine God said, watch them in the church and laugh. And let me tell you something about some persons. I wanted to tell some of the church sister, wear this hat where you wear. Because the Bible says you must cover your hair. But you have some people come to church with this big old hat like a hungry lamb. Your black haired body behind you. No rain and falling, no sun, no light in there. And you're wearing big old one. And then you reverse it now, even though the book said you must wear covering on your head. Then you have some of them go out, I mean, and throw no word with us and say, I'm a comedian. Then wear the little one who catch on the inside like bird nest. You know? You see, so you see anytime bird pitching at that and you walk whole pop cowboy just hang on to this side. I know you may have talked to your sister, but just church, you know? Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go all the way back to spend time to see if I can catch a little bit of my turn. People laugh. And it is good on a Sunday before the preacher comes to loosen the members. Smile a while. One of the most effective church is the praise and worship group. You see, when you have a good praise and worship team, you see, after the preacher come and preach easy. When you have a good laughter, you're gonna invite two persons to your church. A comedian, or three, a comedian, a gospel singer, and a preacher. What would you invite in? Everybody say to me in a church, a preacher. Why? Why would you invite a preacher to come in and do the same thing that your pastor always do every Sunday? He said wages of sin is death and he gives them the same difference, the same Bible and preacher. So bring in a comedian that can give you something to laugh about. Bring in a singer who come in and change the atmosphere here. Because your pastor they are Sunday after Sunday. Why would you change? Oh what? Him boring now? Are you tired of listening to him? Come on then, come out of that now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. God bless you.